Alrighty. We got new trading day ahead of us, and let's see how market is playing out today. Yesterday, I took a loss, and I would have been on a winner trade, but that kind of took me out break even before I could take any profits. But I'm not going to go through it now. It happened all the way up here, and then we had massive dump yesterday. And then in the evening, not in the evening, I wouldn't, but after the major dump in the AM session, I could have taken one trade here, because here we respected this gap, then we inverse this one. So I could have easily jumped into shorts at that low, kind of low, and had fairly tight stop at the high of the fair value gap, and I would have gone break even at the low here, taken major profits out at 2R like that. That would have been great trade. But yeah, I was kind of frustrated after the drop here, so I just let it go. And then lunch hour kind of range didn't really take much of liquidity. Now we created equal highs above here. And PM session just drops massively. And we've seen massive amount of sell side delivery recently, so we are low currently, and we are building heavy amount of buy side. We got these equal highs, equal highs, and we are about to form another set of equal highs above here. And now my question really is, are we going to revisit those equal highs? Because I would want to see that, but I've been heavily frustrated in the past in this price action one. I kind of try to see if we could get some type of retracement, but we never really get the proper one, and then I get chopped out of the trade, usually losing the idea. But now the difference is that we actually, due to yesterday's price action, we dropped below all of these lows, and these are absolutely significant. So that's probably some type of monthly low or something. Yeah. So we have swept monthly lows now. That's important liquidity pool. That could easily put market into some type of retracement, and that's what I would like to kind of see. Especially because of these equals. Like, these are looking special to me. Like, we got like 1, 2, 3, 4 equal highs here. I would count all of these as one, like a large liquidity pool. But now the question is, okay, I see that as a liquidity target. I want to go for longs toward that. But what do I need to see? Because if market shifts higher, let's say in here, do I just go long, or do I want to wait for some type of liquidity sweep like that? That's kind of what I need to make my mind on. But currently market just open, so we'll see what happens. I'll take a look at the opening range gaps as well real quick. So let's see where that kind of would form. So opening range gap looks like this. Okay, 9:30 open dumps initially lower, so this could be very good opening for the session, because that could mean that we are then having the real price leg, or the move of the day could happen then higher. That could easily be the case. So I hope that that's what we get. Sorry about that. But yeah, So yeah, so in here we got the opening range gap. That's the thing that I wanted to look at, and let's quickly mark the opening range gap with ES as well. So that's here. Okay, so ES actually gaps higher like that. With NQ we gap lower, so that's kind of interesting. But doesn't really matter. We took the low now, so this is very crucial now what we see after the low here. I wanna quickly take a look at Forex Factory as well, because I'm not really currently aware of what do we have. So we got 8:30 red folder news, so that's here. Pushes higher. But yeah, I'll try to see if we could shift higher in some way, and then get into longs. That's probably what I would want to see now. But yeah, I'll get back to you. I'm sure it kind of looks like we're about to have some type of maybe inversion here, or I'm just trying to see if we could shift structure here fairly quickly. So I don't really like the idea of just trying to get into inversion, and that would be around 1-to-1 only. I don't like that. So if it inverses, let's say this, or if this becomes a breaker, I could take a trade there. Then there has to be some type of better way of managing my stop loss. Maybe just, but no, I don't really think so. Like, I don't still don't like the entry into that breaker, because I don't want to take 1-to-1 trade. That's pretty much the thing here. But that's good inversion, like. Let's see what ES is doing. Similar stuff with ES. I'm trying to still stay out a little bit. Maybe if this puts like a fair value gap here, I could get into a setup that looks something like this. So then I would enter from the gap, have my stop a little bit loose like that, and so that closes. If that comes to my gap, I'm going to take a trade. It's kind of just stalling right now, so we'll see what happens. You know, if the price leg here was smaller, I would probably be in already and not really waiting for the gap. But we put on way too large price leg here. I need retracement, and I just feel like I have to stay stubborn about this because this is not something to um, consider about. All right, I'm in a position. If it comes a little bit lower here, I'm going to add a little bit more to the position, but that's I'm fine with current position. All right, let's hope this doesn't just push it with lower with this massive candle. Stop is around here, so. But I kind of like how this looks, so I don't know. We are still bearish in higher time frame, but for me this just looks a little bit like this kind of looks clean for me, where this initial accumulation, we swept all of the liquidity that there is. We have swept monthly lows. We are building absolute massive amount of equal highs here. If this doesn't play out, it's totally fine, but for me this just looks something that I always would want to kind of execute. And if someone else thinks differently, that's totally fine, but I want to be a part of this trade. And losing it is fine as well, but we put on multiple nice things, such as we inversed all of the 1 minute gaps here. We inversed 3 minute gap. I don't like how price is not really reacting out of this area right now, but I did see everything that I would like to see, so I just have to make the decision to be a part of the trade, so that's the case pretty much. Alright, I like how we're moving now, but I would want to see like proper acceleration higher right now, because yesterday I was kind of in a similar long position and price kind of gyrated around and didn't really put on fair value gaps, and then eventually it kind of just stopped me out break even. So that's the case how that worked then. But we are now in fine profit. Let me just manage the position here. Should I take profits at the highs here? Yeah, maybe that could be a wise decision. But I'm just willing to let go of that idea and managing my stops, because we accelerated for well enough here. So I'm moving my break even here. Break evens, or that's not really break even, that's like 0.2% loss if that hits. So that's almost like break even. Doesn't really feel different. And this is the first fair value gap as well, so we inversed that and respect it very well. So that's actually something that I should have annotated earlier. But we break above the open range gap. I would like this to hold now. Let me just move this a little bit further here. So let's see. So break-even stops is just, they are just below that first fair value gap. So that's very good stop placement for me, in my opinion. So let's see how ES is doing. Decent bullish looking. I mean, wick here. We got like big wick. I'm just hoping that we don't really see retracement. Like, I want to see like a proper snap higher now. So, and as well, if you're thinking about the fact that we are in Friday, we have had massive push lower. That could mean that Friday is going to be like retracing day. And if the whole day is not going to be retracement day, then we could have like retracement day. Sorry, we could have the maybe like PM session retrace a little bit more. But generally speaking, just you shouldn't really try to advocate for like massive drop in Friday when you have already seen massive drops the whole week. So that doesn't really tell me much in the context of this trade. We could still sell if I was probably bearish, but that's also kind of inside of longs in a way where we have built some buy side liquidity the whole week. We could easily have some type of retracement for Friday, especially. So that's also one of the reasons why I want to go long today. But like I'm not higher time frame long still. Definitely not. I just try to adjust the ideas, if you know what I'm saying. But I'm kind of annoyed with the consolidation here. I was well in profit, and now we're getting back to around the break-even position. This order block here. So we're gyrating around New York 830, but all these opening prices are kind of stacked currently, so it kind of indicates that we haven't moved much in the overnight session. I can remove those. But yeah, let's say I wasn't in this trade. There is a chance that I could have tried to take longs from this order block maybe. But now that I'm in a trade already, I don't really feel like it's necessary. But currently we're getting very favorable reaction out of here. Let's hope for like proper break from above the highs here. Other than this, we are going to have more of a retracement and then kind of annoying chop around in here. Alright. I'm so annoyed that price doesn't really wanna go higher, but You know, I've seen this millions of times where price goes above like that. And the thing in here is just that, yeah, I'm annoyed that it doesn't really run now, but I'm in profit and I've seen this happen millions of times. So, okay, it might not happen this time and I might just take the loss. Okay, that's fine. But I've seen this so many times, I just have to trust in probabilities. And when this kind of pattern is playing out, I'll just have to trust in the fact that these usually play out. And if it doesn't play out this time, it's still fine. That's what trading is about. But we are clearly currently stuck in like high resistance liquidity run. So low resistance liquidity run would be that we just run above here very quickly. High resistance is that we're kind of just chopping around. Then after it has chopped enough, it kind of displaces and then chops more, displaces, chops, displaces, and we eventually might get towards the same target, but it's super frustrating often. So that's how I identify high resistance and low resistance liquidity runs. And obviously, the plan is to be part of the low resistance ones, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just not. I don't know if I'm educated enough to know when the low resistance liquidity run is about to come and when is the high resistance liquidity run coming. Obviously, you can kind of see and anticipate those kind of things from economic calendar. Let's say we are having day before NFP or CPI. That could be like high resistance liquidity run day. But yeah, market is not moving much of anywhere. Like this 50-minute candle, this is like total bar code. Like there is no substance to this. In 1 minute time frame, it kind of makes sense how it looks like. It's very ugly at times here, but it kind of makes sense still. Maybe I should try to take profits above some of these highs, but I've held this trade long enough. I'm just going to take the result as it comes. Okay, this is the last line of defense that I have here. So the down candle here is order block. The CE of that is mean threshold, or the 50% level is mean threshold, and that the candle needs to close above that. Pretty much, it's coming close to my stop, which is fine. But yeah, it's definitely a frustrating morning, to say the least. I would want to see it here, like obviously candles higher, but we are not getting that. Actually, this is so choppy right now that I'm going to move my stop below the low wick low here, because I've seen these conditions happen, and sometimes it does something like this where it comes very close to the low, and that would be exactly where it would take me out. So I try to see if this would save my position, and the remaining risk is still not that heavy. So in choppy days, I can still be correct with my bias. Sometimes it just maybe likes to gyrate more around. Maybe it likes to give a little bit more of retracement that I would be comfortable with. Alright, so we are continuing from this first fair value gap, another reaction higher, and we then market inverses this gap, but unfortunately it isn't really looking like it's going to leave. So let's hope for the best. Still, like, it's not invalidating any of my ideas, so that's why I still trust the setup, and I don't want to close it, and that's also one of the reasons why I moved my stop at the low here. But now it's kind of, well, let's hope that the displacement happens now after so long period of that. So this is currently starting to look a little bit better. What I'll do is I'm taking one portion of my position out at the highs here. Let's just mark it like that, and then rest of the position will be closed. I don't know, somewhere here, just somewhere here. We are wicking this high right now. Let's hope that we don't get any nasty reactions out of that. Yes, it's moving higher as well. That's fine. That's 830 high. So yeah, no SMTs, which is good because I don't want to see bearish SMTs at the highs currently. Now, another retracement is totally fine to be present. So we put on like a nice displacement, like this could retrace like that and still move higher. That could even allow me to get into better, larger position. So let's see what I will do here. It's now retracing back lower, so will I do anything? Well, now looking at this candle volume, I don't really feel like it, so I'll just leave it. Let's hope that this is nothing nasty. I don't know where this is, by the way, coming from. Like, what is this? I think this is going to take me out, because my stop is currently lying at that low. I think this is the best position for your stop loss, because really, if this is really bullish, the low here should hold price, and if this low is going to get swept, then there is chance that this is going to get swept as well. So it's better just to try to get out in the best possible scenario, you know. But this is just a weird day. Like, the price action here is absolutely nasty, but currently the IFVG here is holding. Let's make it blue because I like it better. By the way, I'm feeling kind of uncomfortable with this position. Like, not that it's invalidating any of my ideas, but it's just currently, it's always looking like it's displacing, and then it just gives like massive volume candle lower, and I just feel like I all the time feel like I want to take partials, I want to close the trade, but then it hasn't really moved enough for me to take the partials, and I don't want to close the full position here, and I just have this gut feeling that this is going to knock me out of the trade sooner or later, because this is not, like, it's always looking like it's going to reject from this IFVG and respect it, and then we get like a nice massive nice volume candle out of the IFVG, but then what happens immediately after? We put on another candle lower there, and this is so frustrating, to say the least. But I don't know. I'm kind of getting the feeling that if this knocks me out of the trade, I will just close the charts. This is so frustrating, and Man, well, it's not looking good. Market shouldn't spend so much time in this, like IFVG down here. It certainly shouldn't do that. But this is total nasty price action here. So another nice candle out. The probabilities are we are getting another large candle down after this because that's just how the whole day has been, you know. This really testing my emotions here. But let's see if we can put on inverse here. If we go again above this high, I'm taking positions out. Full TP, I don't know about that. Alright, I have now a little bit of a plan to my profits, so I'll take just exactly like how these are. One third of the position here, one third here, and the last third here. But I'll bet this is going to put on another massive down candle here. And I'm not even sure why this is happening, like just like high resistance day for no reason. Maybe I should close all the positions now. I'm 1% up. No, I'm not going to do that. So next week is NFP week because that's new month, March. Oh my god. So new 1 minute candle opens. I'm just waiting that this is going to give the first TP hits. Alright, I closed the first part of the trade. I closed their second as well. We came so close. Alright. Now I feel very content, so That's two TPs hits. The last one is about to hit as well. That's, I'll take the position out at the high. And the rest of the position is totally break even, so yeah, that's one of the most frustrating things I've ever done. And look what it does. Very close to the highs here. And it's now putting another massive down candle. That's good that I took good portions of the trade out here. Like if I was still in this trade 100%, I would be. I don't know what I would be doing right now. Yeah, still waiting for the last TP to hit, but at this point I don't really mind anymore. I'm feeling a little bit more chill, but you know that the price action is not very good when you go at 3 minute chart and you see you don't see any single or 3 minute fair value gap. Like this, total bullshit. But it's kind of moving to where I want to see it move. It's kind of respecting all of the concepts that I have learned and all the concepts that I trade with. It respects all of my ideas still. It's doing it very poorly, but it is delivering still. So, but one good thing in these kind of choppy conditions is that if you just trust in your idea, there is a better chance for you to build your position, as you saw me taking multiple entries. So I took first entry here, or I took here, then it came to this. I took second entry here. Then I believe, I took this IFVG entry here. And so I had basically three smaller positions built on top of each other. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if this just ran straight to my TP. So all right, I closed the position above the high here. That's the full position closed. That's around 2% gained for the day. So this week I haven't been taking. Let's see, actually. Nah, this has been fairly good week. Couple of days where I haven't been able to really take any good setups. Maybe some break evens, maybe small losses. But I'm a little bit over 3% on profit for the week, so that's very good performance in my opinion. Like I'm totally fine with that. And sometimes price does this where it kind of chops all the way to your liquidity pool, and when it hits the liquidity pool, it kind of just rips. Sometimes it does that, so I wouldn't be totally surprised if it just rips massively higher. Maybe that's like that could be the next thing that I would kind of start doing, where I try to maybe hold some positions above my targets, maybe like measure some targets with your standard deviations. Maybe I could target like my standard deviation -1 here, but currently I'm not really interested in that. The likelihood of me taking another trade today is almost near zero. Exactly the idea that I wanted to see play out happened exactly, and although with very poor price action, price delivered, and I'm done for the day, done for the week. Remember to subscribe my channel, like the video, and I'll see you in Monday.